So hi guys, I have decided to record a bit of, some thoughts of mine, like some every day or every other days, every time I can, in this long hair before my haircut in order to build up some material for my podcast. I'm just roaming around my house and I was thinking about how to deliver the message. So sorry if you hear some noises here and there, street noises, people noises. How to deliver my message about subconscious and unconscious reprogramming. Yeah, you can call it subconscious reprogramming, or uh, you can divide you can say unconscious mind in various layers. I like to do that. Subconscious, unconscious, collective unconscious, etc., etc., because we have to understand that we have deeper and deeper layers. So what we can do with uh, the neural reprogramming is uh, putting inside some informations that we would like to have inside some uh, useful informations. Why? Because in the last, I would say, 4,000, but even more maybe years, the society has put some bad informations inside us. This has been a kind of, my opinion, kind of an exploitation of human beings, humans in general. And my insight is that after we stop to live in tribes, or maybe to be a bit nomads here and there, when the shamans in the old system, when we actually lived under a leader that we knew personally, like a friend, and we began to uh, give the power to a central figure, we kind of messed up many things uh, in order for having something in exchange, like with agriculture we had food every day, etc., etc., but we messed up many things. And one of these, the most ancient, is that we begin to be repressed, and somehow the society had investments and invested very much energy into putting inside our subconscious some messages that are not, we can say, good messages for us, but somehow viruses, things that we are and that are not supposed to be there, like the sense of scarcity, the sense of not being worth, the guilt. At the beginning, it was with religious in the broad sense. Then it becomes something more secular. But the point is that this is not something that you see normally in tribal society, which is how we lived for the great majority of of our history, because modern history begins like 5,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago, but actually we are on this planet since 100,000 years ago. So the very much uh, the bigger part of our history actually is in prehistory, right? So we did not study this part, in the school. So this the things that we find inside ourselves that normally are passed down from the parents in the first years of life, and it is it's not something that you learn consciously, is some emotional things. Right now we have the science of neural reprogramming, hypnosis, self-hypnosis, and even subliminal messages, if you know how to use it. And the way to use it is that you need to understand that your mind is multi-layered, and you cannot at all just some solve a problem like scarcity, having a specific mindset, or stopping to do this, to do that, just in 3 months. What you can do is uh, think about in terms of years, but of course, while you reach a main big goal, you are going to have some micro steps during the journey, during the path. And this micro step can be reached sometimes in as short as 3 weeks, and sometimes in as short as 3 months, for example. But still, you will face many challenges. For example, you can put inside your subconscious, we can say. So this technique is for the subconscious, which is a very thin layer below the conscious mind. You can put some very useful and positive information, but then you will find that inside, when you have put your good information, still there will be the old bad informations. So for them, for these bad informations, these bad viruses, we can say, or you are going to make another, to add another micro step in your big goal, and it can be in the form of self-hypnosis, subliminal messages, but you have to know how to use it. Just the way that people use subliminal messages in general is not right, in my opinion. It's not just layering some affirmations and just listening day and night. You need, in my opinion, subliminal messages carry a great power, a great potential, but you have to use your head, understand how your brain works. And now the great majority of people are using them, they are not going to work, in my humble opinion. I mean, they are just putting notions inside you, but your brain is so full of notions. Because as we were saying, below the subconscious, there is the unconscious, then there is the collective unconscious. You have an ocean of notions inside you. So you can put inside some notions, but how are you going to put it out and use it? Take them from the cauldron and use it at the right time. This is another thing, and so you can do it with self-hypnosis, with an hypnotist, or with subliminal messages that you can create on your own. And I think that I'm going to create a course on that, or write a book. I don't know. But again, maybe when you are on the way to find that your micro step, like inserting in yourself the sense of worthiness, is almost reached, then you will find another part of yourself that don't believe in this success, in this inner feeling. So you will have to work on this other part. So it is, the reality is that you will have to invest your time in a serious program that will have you to develop slowly. But the most important thing is this. Just, for example, neural reprogramming or something is not going to change you so much. It can change your subconscious, it can change your limiting beliefs, but in order for these new informations, new ideas, your new self to become really layered and rooted inside you, you need another technique. This is why I use always 4 means, not just the neural reprogramming, which, as I told you many times, they are hypnosis, self-hypnosis, awareness, you can call it meditation, shamanic therapies, and the last and most important, and this I insist many people don't understand this, is physical healing at the deeper level. Your unconscious and your collective unconscious do not reply as much to words, to images, to concept as your subconscious does. They somehow can respond also to images and concept, but your deeper layers respond in particular to feelings, and you need to have ecstatic feelings, the feelings of ecstasy in all of your body cells, or the aspect of yourself, the physical aspect, the emotional aspect. In order to do that, you can be very good at reprogramming your subconscious mind, but if you have a body that is burdened with toxins, with toxic metals, that these days you find them even in air. Even if you live a very, very healthy life, you are going to breathe so much lead just from air. That is, we need to rethink the basic rules to keep the health nowadays. We need to rethink that, because the basic rules that have been written at least 1 century ago. I'm speaking about holistic health, not the allopathic standard version, which is just take your drugs and that's it. I'm speaking about the real health, the rules that we are following and the informations we are looking on the internet here and there normally are based on informations that are almost at least 1 century old. And the world of 1 century ago and millennia, and years before, uh, did not carry as much toxins or as much toxic metals like the world of today. So we need to rethink about that. And unless you are becoming ecstatic in yourself, in your beings, in your very body, in your very cells, the reprogramming of your subconscious will just crush against a wall of depression or low energy that you carry in the deeper layers of yourself. So you need everything. At the same time, if you just try to fix the deeper layers with taking out toxins, etc., but you are not training your subconscious to use this energy in a good way, then still you are not going to do it. You need everything. And I repeat, awareness, hypnosis, shamanic therapies, and deep physical healing, holistic healing. Thanks for watching.